a flower? If you go down to the low farm to look for butterflies, flutterbugs, gutterflies.
A brief description of the Genesis band members.
And the musical box. Faces and traces of home. Back in New York City. So you think I'm a tough kid? Is that what you heard?
Tony Banks, born the 27th of March 1950. He played keyboards, guitars, and backing vocals in the band from 1967. Anthony George Banks was born in East Sussex, the youngest of 5 children. He started learning the piano at the age of 8. He met Peter Gabriel when they both started at Charterhouse, became best friends, and formed their early band, The Garden Wall, together. Once described by manager Tony Smith as the only irreplaceable member of Genesis, he has performed on every Genesis release. His classical training has helped his playing and writing, but it is his distinctive melodic style and, in particular, his piano skills for which he is most noted. Banks has released solo material under his own name, and using the band name Bankstatement. He has scored movie soundtracks and written classical music, but has enjoyed limited success compared with the other members of the band. Since the 2007 World Tour, he has recorded 2 more orchestral releases, 6 pieces for orchestra in 2012 and The Excellent 5 in 2018.
I don't care who I hit, but I know it's me that's hitting out.
Mike Rutherford, born the 2nd of October 1950. He played bass, guitars and backing vocals in the band from 1967. Michael John Cleet Crawford Rutherford was born in Portsmouth, England. Mike was given his first guitar at the age of 8 and appeared in his first band, the Chesters, the following year. An original member of Genesis, he has played on every Genesis album, taking over lead guitar duties when Steve Hackett left the band in 1977. Best known for his custom Rickenbacker and Shergold double-neck guitars, and for his use of bass pedals. Rutherford has also had a successful solo career with the other band Mike and the Mechanics, topping the charts in 1988 with the single, Living Years.
I got sunshine in my stomach, like I just rocked my baby to sleep. I got sunshine in my stomach, but I can't keep me from creeping. Sleep, sleep deep in the deep.
Peter Gabriel, born the 13th of February 1950. He played flute and vocals in the band from 1967 to 1975. Peter Brian Gabriel was born in Chobham, Surrey, Genesee shy and enigmatic vocalist and frontman met Banks as they entered Charterhouse School in 1963, becoming best friends with the pianist. Through their early musical experiments, they formed the group of the Garden Wall, which would later expand into Genesis. Often seen as flamboyant, though much of this was to help deal with his extreme shyness, his unique vocal style. Between song storytelling and dressing up in the band's early days attracted strong media attention, helping to promote and build an audience for the group. After leaving in 1975, Gabriel built a successful solo career, his albums so achieving triple platinum in the UK and quintuple platinum in the US. His love of both new technology and world musical styles is groundbreaking. While the video for Sledgehammer has been shown more than any other on the rock video station MTV, he was asked to write the music for the show OVO, which was performed multiple times per day in the center of the Millennium Dome, in London throughout the year 2000. Like Phil Collins, he has received a string of awards and accolades during his career, including 3 Brit Awards, 6 Grammys, 13 MTV Awards, and the Ivor Novello Award for Lifetime Achievement. Having been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Genesis in 2010, he was also inducted for his solo work in 2014. An active and outspoken human rights champion, he has worked closely with Amnesty International, helped set up organizations such as Witness and The Elders, and is described as one of rock's most political musicians by Allmusic. His Real World studios in Box, Wiltshire, have become something of a mecca for musicians and fans, used by artists of all genres, as diverse as Tom Jones, Robert Plant, Amy Winehouse, and Kanye West.
Headed by their strings, free to flutter in memories of their wasted wings. Looking for someone, I guess I'm doing that. Trying to find a memory in a dark room. Dirty man, you're looking like a Buddha, I know you well. Yeah, keep on a straight line. I don't believe I can. Trying to find
Anthony Phillips, born the 23rd of December 1951. He played guitar in the band from 1967 to 1970. Anthony Edwin Phillips was born in Roehampton, London. He was the youngest, but most experienced and accomplished of the early Genesis members. Writing his first song at age 13 on his newly acquired Fender Stratocaster, he first met Rutherford, then later Gabriel, and Banks. While at Charterhouse School, his contribution to the early band was considerable, and his influence on the 12-string guitar style of the band was felt for many years after his departure. Phillips featured on From Genesis to Revelation and Trespass and played his last gig with Genesis at Haywards Heath in Sussex on the 18th of July 1970. After leaving the band, it would be 7 years before he would release his first solo album The Geese and the Ghost. Phillips has played keyboards and guitar on several projects, including early demos for Peter Gabriel, Rutherford's 1980 solo project Small Creeps Day, and Camel's 1982 release The Single Factor. Since 1977 he has been the most prolific on any member of Genesis, releasing 33 fully fledged albums and 12 collections of pieces.
again. You feel the ashes from the fire that kept you warm. I must have dreamed
Phil Collins, born the 30th of January 1951. He played drums and lead vocals since 1975 in the band from March 1970 to March 1996 and then in 2007. Philip David Charles Collins was born in London and started playing the drums from the age of 5, going to drama school at 14. On joining Genesis, he immediately lifted and tightened the sound, forging a solid rhythmic backbone with Rutherford. His skills as an arranger were used regularly to absorb the ideas of others and build on them. His reluctant decision to sing on A Trick of the Tail after Gabrielle's departure would also prove to be a catalyst for a very successful solo career. As a solo artist, he generated even more hits than he did with Genesis, with 7 US number 1 singles and 6 UK number 1 albums. Solo and as a part of Genesis, he has also sold over 150 million albums, making him one of only 3 musicians who have sold over 100 million records as a band and as a solo artist, the others being Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. Given how the purchasing patterns of music have changed, it is unlikely anyone else will achieve this feat. During the 1980s, he had more US top 40 hits than any other artist. The list of credits and awards is long. Indeed, it is sometimes hard to believe they were all achieved by one person. He has won 8 Grammy Awards, 6 Brits, 2 Golden Globes, an Oscar, and 6 Ivor Novellos. A Phil Collins star was added on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1999, and he was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2003, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Genesis in 2010, the Modern Drummer Hall of Fame in 2012, and the Classic Drummer Hall of Fame in 2013. Collins undertook the Not Dead Yet World Tour of his solo material in 2018-2019 with his son Nicholas on drums. At the time of writing, he is no longer able to play the drums for any length of time, and after back surgery, must walk with a stick due to the loss of feeling in one foot.
So long ago.
Steve Hackett, born the 12th of February 1951. He played guitar in the band from January 1970 to October 1977. Stephen Richard Hackett was born in Pimlico, London. Steve didn't start playing the guitar until he was 12 years old. Though he had never had any formal tuition, his unique style of playing, particularly his use of the volume pedal, is a trademark of early Genesis, and would continue to influence the sound of the band after his departure. Of all the members of the band except Phillips, Hackett has been the most prolific, releasing 25 studio albums, including At the Edge of Light in 2019. In 1996, he released Genesis Revisited, a set of reworkings of classic Genesis songs, and added another collection in 2012. Following these 2 albums, he has toured North America and Europe, playing all of Selling England by the Pound, and celebrating 40 years since the release of his 1979 solo album Spectral Mornings.
Let them stay, and if it isn't easy, you can squeeze out of the breeze, and our troubles will soon run away. After all this time, they ask us to
Wilson, born the 8th of September 1968. He was the lead singer in the band from 1996 to 1998. Raymond Wilson from Dumfries, Scotland, was lead singer with Stiltskin, whose single, Inside, reached number 1 in the UK charts in 1994. Wilson took over vocal duties from Collins in 1996 and recorded one album with the band Calling All Stations. Since the band went on indefinite hiatus, Wilson has carried on with his solo career, releasing 6 studio and 9 live albums. He has recorded and appeared live with Hackett performing Genesis material.
To believe you can do it if you wanna, just do what you please. Like a soldier ants. Leaving all the world to play, they disappear. And the leaves have gathered dust to run like deer, tearing pieces from our lives to feed the dawn. Mist surrounds the seagulls christened by the storm.
John Silver, born 1950. He played drums in the band from 1968 to August 1969. Jonathan Phillips played on from Genesis to Revelation apart from Silent Sun, then left shortly after release to study leisure management at Cornell University in the U.S.
Fighting enemies with weapons made to kill. We're waiting for you. Come and join us now. We need you with us. Come and join us now.
John Mayhew, born the 27th of March 1947, died the 26th of March 2009. He played drums in the band from August 1969 to 1970. Having played on Trespass, little is known of Mayhew's whereabouts until 2006, when he turned up at a Genesis convention. He died in Glasgow in 2009, where he was working as a carpenter for a manufacturer of furniture.
The silent sun that never shines, she is the warmth of my lonely heart, the motion of a turning wheel. Can't you stop it and look around? Baby, you feel so close.
Chris Stewart, born 1950. He played drums in the band from 1967 to 1968. Stewart joined Gabriel and Banks in the Garden Wall in 1967. He played on the first 2 singles, Silent Sun and Winter Tale, and is credited on From Genesis to Revelation for Silent Sun. Having left the band at the request of Jonathan King, he later moved to Spain to be a sheep shearer on a farm. Stewart is also a successful writer, publishing a trilogy of books about his exploits. Driving Over Lemons, An Optimist in Andalusia, the first book, sold over 1 million copies and has been translated into 9 languages.
I'm trying to show you when night travails with stars.
Mick Bernard. He played guitar in the band from October 1970 to January 1971. Bernard joined Genesis several months after Phillips left, and played with the band for only 3 months before Hackett joined. During that time, he played 30 gigs with the band, and helped develop the guitar parts for the Nursery Crime album. He went on to have a successful career in audio engineering, founding the Bell Digital Audio Company.